What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're here to talk about the brand new Pirate Alliance Kizuna Clash Sugo-Fest. We just made a video talking about the new super evolution for Dogstorm and Cat Viper. Very excited for that unit. If you guys want to see the breakdown of those units, go ahead and check out the YouTube channel. Today we're talking about the new Kizuna Sugo-Fest though. It's going to go live on February 17th at 1900 PST time. And this is a pretty big one because they're introducing yet another Kizuna legend. It's kind of interesting. We went like 8 months without having a Kizuna legend. They released Kizuna Boa, and then a couple months after the fact, we now have another Kizuna legend. And it's going to be PEROSPERO, which is kind of interesting. You know, PEROSPERO doesn't have a legend in the game yet, so I'm pretty happy that they're giving characters that don't have legend representation, you know, the respect that they deserve. So even though PEROSPERO isn't really a fan favorite character, I'm pretty excited that the fact that this character is going to be coming, you know, he's getting his first legend in the game. There is also going to be a new Kizuna rare recruit in Jack. We'll talk about him as well. The Sugo-Fest in general, it looks like a pretty typical Sugo-Fest. Recommended unit on the 3rd, guaranteed legend on the 5th, and then all the way at the 25th multi to get the guaranteed PEROSPERO, which I would highly advise. Do not do that, you know, considering we're very close to the global anniversary, and of course May 12th is going to be the official, the entire game's anniversary. That's the big Sugo-Fest of the year, so I don't think it's going to be a wise decision to be pulling here. In terms of other characters that are going to be boosted though, we can check out the recommended list. This Judge is actually a pretty decent rare recruit. Miyagi and Tristan, actually not bad either. Dog and Cat, of course, with the new introduction of their Super Evolution, you can pull additional copies for their level limit break. Might actually help out with the local sea monster. Capone, the Fire Tank Pirates are going to be returning, which is good. I know a lot of people still don't have them. And also the new Prime Whitebeard, Edward Newgate, is going to be appearing once again alongside the new rare recruit Jack. So let's talk about the new Kizuna Jack right here. He is a Dex Striker driven captain ability, pretty bad. Special ability reduces special bind by 5 turns, reduces damage threshold and defense up by 5, so that's actually really good, and then gives a color affinity boost to Dex Striker driven 2.25 for 1 turn. Not a bad special at all. This character could definitely see play. The fact that it's, you know, one of the Animal Kingdom pirates that is also a striker is a good thing, and he's also driven, so he can synergize with obviously versus Kaido, but the fact that it's a striker character that can synergize with hybrid Kaido for his super tandem effect, so just across the board, this is a good character. You've got his crewmate ability, resisting special bind of course, and makes characters tandem slot have matching slot effects and sets character slot to tandem at the start of the quest. That's odd. I don't think we've seen that too often. So this crewmate ability, not only does it make tandem slots matching just for himself, but it says that at the start of the quest, he himself will get a tandem slot, guaranteed. Which again, can kind of play into the fact that this character could have good synergy with hybrid Kaido, right? So it's interesting to say the least. He does have the potential ability of slot bind. He has recovery bind. Unfortunately, does not have a good support effect. It's just an HP boosting effect, and obviously no rumble effects. So across the board, I think he's okay, but I don't think he's obviously going to be one of those characters that you need to invest a lot of gems right now to try and get straight away. This is a character that you can kind of just get over time, but I do think that he's actually pretty decent. Alright, so now we can talk about the new Kizuna Sugo-Fest exclusive character, which is PEROSPERO, his first legend in the game, being a Dex Striker driven, and he is a superclass striker character, which again is the same as hybrid Kaido. But the fact that he is a Dex unit that is also striker focused plays into versus Yamato, as well as the new Prime Whitebeard that had just released. And when you see what he does, he actually synergizes very well with those two units. So his captain ability is going to provide a 5.25 times attack boost to striker and driven with a 1.2 health boost, makes strength, dex, and recovery matching, 10% damage reduction, and resist 10 turns of special reverse. Just, this is a good captain. Like, while it doesn't do a lot, like, it's just good what it does. Like, good attack boost, good, like, decent health boost. It's health boost plus damage reduction, good combo, lots of natural matching slots, and then a 10 turn utility effect. Like, this is a good ass captain. This is a captain that will definitely see play. And even in like quests where he might not even be boosted, just having the innate ability to resist 10 turns of special reverse is very good. So I do like that he has that. So his superclass special requires you to have 6 strikers on the crew, which is pretty easy to fulfill. Even though he is focused on boosting striker and driven, you probably want to run those strikers to get this super class. And the effect changes the crew's block slots and type slots into matching, so that's pretty cool. And it also will apply a 30% striker resistance down to all enemies for 1 turn. So when you look at it at face value, really good orb change, and it essentially just says get a 1.3 attack boost for free. It's just a 1.3 stat boost to your whole team that are strikers, really. So again, if you're running hybrid Kaido, having an effect such as this is actually really strong. So I like where this is going so far. As for his special ability, it is a multi-stage special. Let's have a look at stage 1 first. 8 turns cooldown, by the way, which is very, very low. 10% health cut, -1 cooldown to striker driven, locks their slots for a turn, 60% damage reduction, and if you have a striker driven captain, you get a 2.75 chain boundary that caps at 10.0. That's not amazing. Like the chain boundary is good. Generically it's good, but if you're talking about high end, like we're talking about Super Boss Kizuna, chain boundaries that cap at 10 is probably on the cusp of not being good. This is still usable though. Very, very good special. It does a lot of mechanics. Damage dealing special, you'll love to see it. Cooldown, locking of slots, which is very powerful, of course. Damage reduction, which has perfect synergy with Yamato, as we've already kind of led on to earlier with the % damage reduction based attack boost, and then a very good chain boundary. But then you've got the second stage, which once again, 10% health cut, -2 cooldown to striker and driven, which is great. It prevents their slots from being changed until a striker or a driven character lands a great strike. So this is even better than getting locking of slots, right? As we've seen in the past, like the Fire Tank Pirates, they have that special that give you a full board of slots, but then if you hit a perfect, you remove your slot. This character does a similar thing, but he doesn't actually change your slot. So well, obviously his super class special can do that, but as long as you get those slots, when you use his special, they put him in a barrier. And it's a great barrier, which is even better, which means you can consistently land your perfects and you keep your slots forever until the enemy removes your beneficial effects. And once again, good synergy with Hybrid Kaido. You can use his superclass special, get all the Wano and Tandem slots, then use the special ability of PEROSPERO to put them in that barrier so you keep them forever. This is phenomenal. On top of that, 95% damage reduction. So I'm expecting the Kizuna to have a pretty ghastly death hit. I'm expecting that to happen, which is a shame because death hits on Kizuna is always annoying. But once again, good synergy with versus Yamato with a 95% damage reduction. It's essentially the best boost you can get with the % damage reduction based attack boost that unit can provide. That's also very good. And then, once again, if you have a striker or a driven captain, you get a 3.25 chain boundary, which I think is the best chain boundary in the game. And then that caps at 15.0. So yeah, this is a fantastic part of the special. Also, if the crew has a chain lock when you launch the special, it's going to give your striker and driven characters a 1500 base attack boost. So yeah, I don't really know what much else there is to say. PEROSPERO is a very good legend, and I do think he's going to see a lot of play moving forward in Super Boss Kizunas because of his unique mechanics that he has. But I do think he's going to see a lot of play in just random content moving forward. Very powerful, unique special with a very powerful, unique captain, and then a super class special that gets you a free 30% resistance. Then you have a look at his potential abilities. Unfortunately, one of them is quick damage reduction, which is not that good. You get the 10 turn removal of slot bind. That's actually pretty good. And then cooldown reduction. He receives -6 cooldown at the start of the quest. That's just so good. Like, you get -6, and then with sockets you go to -8, and then a ship you go to like -9 potentially, right? So his stage 1 special is ready at the start of the quest, which is just nuts to think about. But this is really good, right? Because like you can use him in other Kizunas moving forward. Even in like quests where he's not boosted, the fact that he has self cooldown reduction is going to help in the long run for sure. So yeah, there's really not much else to say. PEROSPERO is amazing. Resisting 5 turns of special reverse, which is fantastic. He makes strength and dex slots matching to striker and driven. That's such a good crewmate ability. Dude, this unit is nuts. And then you have the support effect, which attaches to Lin, Katakuri, Cracker, and Smoothie. And this is the first support of his kind, giving you a once per quest. If your crew is inflicted with attack down from the enemy when a certain chain multiplier is under a certain amount. So the chain attack down debuff that we've seen over the past, few months or so. He says if you're inflicted with that, then you get a 2.75 chain lock, which in most cases is enough to exceed the attack down chain effect. So yeah, PEROSPERO is a very good legend. In terms of where I think that he ranks amongst, you know, the best legends in the game, I don't think he's anywhere near like top 5 or anything like that. But just the unique abilities this guy has, like, he's going to be a useful character moving forward. There's no doubt. There's no one else in the game that can really do what he does to a T. And especially that stage 2 special with a really good chain boundary, but also the locking of slots until you hit a great, like, that's really powerful. A lot of people have been wanting that for a while, and, you know, been waiting for a character to come out that actually does that, and now we finally have it. So as long as you get those slots acquired beforehand, this is going to be a really good special to use. Let's also have a look at his PvP stuff, because I haven't done that either. So at level 5, his Rumble ability gives Dex allies more Dex support, level 6 health, level 6 attack, and then quick enemies, level 3 defense down. That's a very good Rumble ability. And then the special, 27 CT, large range, 80% paralysis, damage over time level 3, 1 high attack enemy, large range for attack down level 8. Okay, well... that special is garbage. This character is not really going to see play. Maybe on a defensive team. Probably not, let's be real though. Yeah, that's actually a little bit of a shame. And of course, he doesn't have any GP ability or anything like that. But overall, PEROSPERO is pretty solid. So I'm really excited with this data download. We had an amazing Super Evolution and a pretty good looking Kizuna banner, to be honest. However, I feel like it's bait, because Global Anniversary is right around the corner and we don't know what's going to come just yet. So even though this character may seem enticing, the banner may seem really good to pull on for you, I think you should hold your gems. I think you should be doing that. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about the new legend PEROSPERO down below in the comment section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.